The psalmist wrote, "I was glad when they said to me, 'Let us go to the house of the Lord.'" With much anticipation, we have prayed and look forward to gathering with our church family. Unless the information changes from local healthcare authorities, our intent is to begin assembling for worship on Sunday, May 24th. While the COVID-19 pandemic is still of active status, our regathering will not be so much a return to normal as it is a cautious re-entry. Just as we sought these many weeks to be a good community partner by not gathering, acting for the welfare of the city as Jeremiah directed, we have acted even more judiciously for the benefit of your health and safety in putting together a plan that we believe is effective, efficient, and sustainable for as long as necessary. To accommodate the largest number of worshipers while honoring the suggested 25% capacity, we will have 3 worship services, our 8:15 traditions, and then 9:30 and 11, but no Sunday school, nursery, or childcare in the building. Each respective age group pastor will work with teachers in finding the best time for the continuation of our online Bible study formats. Today, I want to just start with an overview of the plan so that you can start envisioning what this is going to look like on the 24th and the weeks following. I primarily want you to see how we are going to enter the building, the seating arrangements in the sanctuary, and how we will exit. And of course, we will be covering you up in the next 2.5 weeks with all of this information so that you can look at it more closely. Let's just begin with some standard precautions. For instance, at-risk individuals should not attend on the 24th. Also, we would say that if you are ill, if you feel ill, or if you have a family member that does not feel well, no matter how minor, you should not attend. Maintain 6 feet of social distancing. That is, no handshakes, hugs, or high fives, or even fist or elbow bumps. If you have to cough or sneeze, do so in the crook of your arm. As you envision arriving that Sunday morning, let's talk about parking and building entry. Each service will alternate parking lots and single entry points to the sanctuary. For instance, 8:15 attendees will park in the east parking lot and will enter through the east doors. 9:30 service attendees will park in the west parking lot and enter through the west doors. And in that same way, the 11 o'clock attendees will park in the east parking lot and will enter through the east doors. Doors will be locked 10 minutes prior to each service. We're asking everyone to remain in their vehicles or to visit in the parking lot while maintaining social distancing until ushers open the doors. As you enter the sanctuary or worship center, you will notice that unique seating arrangements have been put in place. For instance, every other pew will be utilized. Those will be clearly marked with signage. There will be 6-foot spacing that will be clearly marked on every pew being utilized. Family households should also sit together, disregarding the 6-foot spacing rules that have been put in place. In the same way, those arriving in the same vehicle can sit together, disregarding the 6-foot spacing. Individuals, however, should be seated 6 foot apart and/or 6 foot from the nearest household cluster. At the conclusion of the service, we will exit the sanctuary from back to front, a section at a time. Staff and ushers will lead out in this process. All we ask of you is to remain seated until instructed by a staff person or an usher. As you leave, 8:15 will of course exit the east doors, 9:30 the west doors, and 11 o'clock the east doors. Because of the short turnaround time between services, we need to exit as expeditiously as possible. A few other details I'll bring to your attention regarding the 24th. You'll notice that our employees will be working that day along with some other volunteers, and they will be wearing Team Clean vests, and they'll be highly visible after each service, sanitizing every pew and contact surface in the traffic patterns of the worship gathering. You'll also notice by the time you arrive that all items in the pew racks will have been removed. In addition, no offering plates will be passed in the service. Offering boxes will be available in the foyer, and of course our other giving options remain: online, mail, or drop it off at the church office. For those unable to attend, each of the services will be available online through all of our normal media platforms. This strategic plan for regathering is dynamic and not static. It will change as do the circumstances. One thing of which you can be certain, however, we are always going to err on the side of your health and safety. By cooperatively working the plan together, we enhance for all this blessed time of gathering again. Until then, may the Lord keep watch between me and thee while we are apart from one another. God bless you. I love you and look forward to seeing you again soon.